Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you all doing? Welcome into Morning Flow. My name is Dr. Erica Steele. I'm a board certified naturopathic doctor. I hold 7 degrees in my field, all in the natural healthcare space. I like to say that I went to school so you don't have to. This is my morning flow class. So in this class, we work on starting our day with a little bit of movement, meditation, journaling, and planning our day. So that is the purpose of this class, is to really start our day with intention, with clarity. Hello, Wild Indian Roots. So good to see you. Hello, Nicole. So good to see you. So definitely tune in as we begin. So first things first, we're going to start our first 15 minutes with movement. Hopefully my hair will cooperate with us. I may have to move it around. So anywho, we're going to work just by beginning to inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Very good. And inhale and exhale. And just the right inhale, go ahead and reach up all the way to the sky. Very good. Left side, nice and straight. Go ahead and reach up to the sky. Nice relaxation. Very good. Now both sides, what we're going to do is we're going to work on getting a little bit of tone in our arms. So let's begin. We're just going to start right here to our sides with circles to the front and to the back. And begin. And switch sides. Very good. Hold up. All right, here we go. So now we're going to go up and down halfway, coming from our midsection. So halfway up and down, halfway up and down. And back to our halfway point. Hey, Tata Kisses. All right, we're going to go halfway up now. Here we go. Right. Very good. Cactus arms. Go ahead and push through to the front. Very good. Cactus arms up. We're going to go alternating side up and down. And both sides up and down now, cactus arms, halfway. Alternating. Very good. And now we're going to pinch down. And then with our pinch, we're gonna go forward with a little punch here. So go ahead and curl up your fist. And go ahead and shake it out. So our arms are nice and warm, hopefully awake. Now we're gonna work into our abs. We're gonna work our 5 series. So we're gonna start at the bottom of our abdomen. We're gonna zip our belly button all the way in, or we're gonna zip our belly up rather. So even lower down, go ahead and find that lowest part. Zip your belly in, buttoning your belly button to your spine. Imagining that there's a tight corset wrapped around your midsection, pulling you in, pulling you in, pulling you in, and then go ahead and hold that for 1. Hey, Nega Mega. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and release. All right, we're gonna do that 4 more times. Go ahead and visualize a giant zipper zipping up your midsection, buttoning that belly button to your spine, imagining that there is a large rubber band wrapped around that midsection, almost like a corset, pulling you in, pulling you in, pulling you in, and hold for 1, 2, 3. I love the balloons. 4 and 5. Very good. Go ahead and release 3 more times. Go ahead and grab onto that zipper, zipping you up, buttoning your belly button to your spine, imagining that tight corset wrapped around, excuse me, pulling you in, pulling you in, pulling you in, and holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. Relax 2 more times. Go ahead and find that zipper again. Zip it all up. Button the belly button. Imagine that tight corset pulling you in, pulling you in, pulling you in, and holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One last time. Go ahead and relax just for a couple seconds. Now grab that zipper from the very bottom. Go ahead and zip it up, buttoning the belly button to the spine, imagining that corset wrapped around, pulling you in, pulling you in, pulling you in, and holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and relax. All right, so now we're going to bring some attention to our legs. So bring the attention to your right knee. Go ahead and bring your right knee up to your chest for a nice gentle hug. Left side, same thing. Big inhale. Nice gentle hug. Right side again. Gentle hug. And this time, go ahead and move it in a circle. So just move your hip in a circle, opening your hips up, waking them up. Very good. And bring it down, left side. Big inhale up. And go ahead and bring it into some circles. Very good. Nice circular movements. All right, drop both feet down. Now both of your feet are going to be hip width apart. Your balls of your feet are going to be nice and flat. toes relax, so wiggle those out just to make sure. Imagine that there is a triangle on the bottom of your feet pointed at your big toe, little toe, all the way to your heel, making sure that you have a solid base, bringing awareness up your leg, up your quad, hamstring, and glute, and then not to forget your abs. So we're going to transition from that sitting and that standing. When we come up, we're going to do a squat series. So go ahead and big inhale as preparation and transition up. Very good. And so now we're going to begin our squat series. So go ahead, arms in the middle. We're just going to go up and down. Remember, our shoulders, our feet are going to be shoulder width apart, and we're just going to go up and down. And when we come up, make sure you pull everything up as you come up. So pull in everything, making sure that abdomen is nice and tight. Very good. And then we're going to go into our squat and tiny pulses. Very good, and relax. Now what we're going to do is we're going to alternate our weight both sides. So 1, 2, like skater. And then back to center and up and down for 20. Halfway there. And then now we come up and we're going to do those tiny pulses again at the top. Little teeny tiny. All right, and one last leg move we are going to do. Curtsy bow, or curtsy squat. So we're going to bring our foot behind our other foot for a nice little curtsy. We're going to do that alternating for 20. Big inhale, and curtsy, and curtsy. Try to inhale at the top, exhale down. In, back to center. Go ahead and grasp onto your left foot for a nice quad stretch. You can have your right hand either on your hip, on a chair, or you can even go up, grow the tree. And even this hand, you can have it inside or outside of your foot. Go ahead and release whatever feels most available. Grab that left foot. Again, table, tree, or me. And just relax here. Very good. And shake it out. Okay, up, down with the calves. and hold at the top and pulse for 10. Very good, and release. I'm going to turn to the side while we stretch our hamstrings, bringing everything up. Big inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. And extend out and hold. And release down all the way. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Ragdoll at the bottom. And then when you're ready, go ahead and scoop your abdomen, rolling vertebra by vertebra back to the top. Go ahead and turn the opposite direction if you're turned to the side. Otherwise, you can just do it forward. Go ahead and inhale up. Exhale, hinge forward. Hold that hinge. And relax down. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Ragdoll at the bottom. And curl it all up, vertebra by vertebra. Nice and slow. Neck and head last. Back to center. Shake it all out. Very good. We got a little bit of movement happening. So we finished our movement section. So now we're going to move into our meditation. We're going to do a 3-part meditation today. So our 3-part meditation is going to include our tune-in. So I'm going to tune us in naturally. That's not included in the 3 parts. We'll do our 5-minute prosperity meditation, followed by a 3-minute addiction meditation, and then a few minute 3-minute meditation to prevent freak out, and then we'll do a little bit of breath of fire to wake us up after that, followed by our journaling. So here we go. I'm going to tune us in. So if you're not familiar with Kundalini Yoga uses the power of neuroscience, and it combines mantra, mudra, which is a movement or hand position, with breath. So combining those 3 things allows us to tap in to different aspects and retrain and reframe and heal our nervous system once and for all. So when we tune in Kundalini Yoga, we're tuning into higher self. We're pretty much creating a sacred space for our work. So I'm going to tune us in if you're not familiar. So I'll tune us in, and then we're going to work with our 5-minute prosperity meditation. So for this particular one, eye position is going to be closed, tiny little slit looking at the tip of your nose. The breath is going to be pretty relaxed, but the mantra is going to be har, har, har with this mudra as a hand position. So har, har, har is how that's going to look. And we're going to do that for, again, like I said, 5 minutes. After the tune-in, I will definitely coach you through it, but definitely get centered, go inside a self. You've got this. All right, I'm going to tune us all in. Namo Gurudev Namo. Namo Gurudev Namo. Namo Gurudev Namo. Now we're going to go into our 5-minute prosperity meditation. So again, big inhale and begin. Heart, 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 heart. Very good. You're about halfway there. And just maintaining your personal power, self-love, self-worth, self-acceptance, knowing that you can create, you can manifest just about anything that you want, if not anything that you put your mind to. So getting very focused on what it is you really want, finding clarity, noting that the journey of 1,000 steps begins with a decision, a choice to move forward. Being self-aware, being observant, continuing in for another couple minutes. Heart, 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 heart. Keep it up for your last minute. Heart, 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 heart. 30 seconds. Keep it up. You can do anything for 30 seconds. Heart, 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 heart. Now we're gonna begin really deep. Inhale. Bring that all the way up to the very top. Root lock. So go ahead and lock down your anus, your sex organs, belly button to the spine, holding in that breath, sipping in a little bit more air, a little bit more air, a little bit more air, and with control. Release your breath out, fully engaged, fully knowing. Now we're going to move into our second meditation. Again, this is for an addiction meditation. When we're trying to shift our paradigm and change our mind, sometimes our nervous system or our primitive mind gets activated with this fear response. And if it's been used to holding on to this fear response and this fight or flight, the nervous system literally gets addicted to this neurochemicals. So we want to go ahead and break the connection or the addiction that we have to these emotional and nervous system chemical responses. So how we do that with this addiction meditation, this is going to be an inaudible meditation. So our mantra is going to be silent, but our mantra is going to be Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Sat Nam means identity is my truth, truth is my identity. Mouth is going to be closed, but we're going to contract the jaw, and it's going to look a little something like this. Sat Nam, but your mouth is going to be closed. So I'll do it again with mouth closed, non-audible. Very good. Mudra is going to be thumbs in the little divots there. So as you move your teeth back and forth, so will your thumbs. So go ahead and big inhale. We also hold it at the end. So big inhale and silent Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. While clenching your teeth, we'll do this for 3 minutes. I'll keep the time. Remember, inside Sat Nam, Sat Nam, while you're clenching your teeth. Remember, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, inaudible mantra. About a minute has gone by. Keep going. And keep going. Almost there. About halfway there. I tell you, sometimes this can feel like the longest 3 minutes of your life, but keep it up. Almost there. About 1 more minute left. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. You got this. You can do anything for a minute. Even hold your arms up. Good job. Keep it going. Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Truth is my identity. Identity is my truth. I call my power back from all sources that either were taken or I've given them away. Knowingly or unknowingly, I pull back my power. From all those who don't deserve it, who choose not to honor me, who choose not to see me. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Very good. Now big inhale, thumbs together at the top, palms nice and straight, so fingertips to the ceiling. Big inhale, root lock, grab your rectum, your sex organs, belly button to the spine, hold that in, and then slowly, with control, release yourself out, shake that out. Last meditation of this series is going to be meditation to prevent freak out. And for this one, you're going to interlace your fingers just like so. You're going to set them right here, and we're going to bring attention and awareness into our nostril. This is another 3-minute one. Big inhale. And bear with me, because I'm still recovering. All that little congestion lingering. So build awareness to your nasal cavity. Getting present to where your breath is coming from. Is it going in and out? Is it fast? Is it slow? Is it forced? Is it welcomed? Is it stuck? Is it flowing? What does our breath look like, feel like, and sound like coming into our nostrils? So now gently, and ever so gently, bring awareness to only one nostril and bring the air in and out of just that one nostril. It can be your left or your right, whichever you choose. Just have the breath going in and out of that one nostril. Very good. And now bring that attention to the other nostril. And attempt to, if not successfully, move your breath from one nostril to another. Ever so gently, ever so easily. Just shift that breath from one nostril to another, from right to left, and now in and out with the left. Very good. Perfect. And back again. Go ahead and switch the breath back and forth from each side of your nostril to another. Very good. And then go ahead and big inhale both sides. And hold at the top just for a couple seconds and release that tension. Very good. Now we're going to bring a little bit more breath and energy into our head by using a little bit of breath of fire. So in and out. My nose is still, I'm dealing with congestion still, so I'm going to try to do it. We'll see how it goes. In and out, big inhale. Very good. And inhale. And breath of fire. So in and out, short breaths through your nose. And we're just going to do this for a couple minutes. Just to bring a little bit of breath back into our head, in and out. Very good. And we're just going to wake our brain up with fresh oxygen. So keep going just for about another minute. And then when you're ready, big inhale and meet us back into center, beautifully put. So that concludes our meditation portion. where we went on that journey of prosperity. We cleared out any fears or self-sabotage, and then we opened the way for our really calm, disciplined, self-assured, hey Black is beautiful, self-assured way in which we move through life. Now we're going to grab our journal and we're going to practice with this journaling prompt, who am I? We're going to create ourselves every single day uniquely. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to meditate just for a couple minutes, find 3 more words for myself. You do the same, big inhale. So productive, self-assured, and focused are my 3 for the day. Productive, self-assured, and focused are my 3 words for the day. You can borrow mine, or you can use another one, whatever works for you. I'm going to script and create. So in your journal, whatever word you choose, you're going to talk about this experience. I'm going to create it orally for you and meditate on those 3 words. So starting with productivity. Immediately when I feel productive, I feel it in my head. I feel self-assured. I feel focused. I feel determined, disciplined. I'm getting things done. I've got that dopamine flowing. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling acknowledged. I'm feeling kinetic, like things are working out, like things are moving forward, like there's action with productivity. I love feeling productive because I love getting things accomplished, and probably it's connected to my self-esteem and my self-worth, right? Which who knows if that's good or bad. But productivity. So I feel that all within my headspace, and I'm gonna embody this feeling of productivity all day. So I'm gonna use effortlessly. I'm gonna get into my mind. I'm gonna imagine. I'm gonna visualize, picture, and pretend with my logic, voice, and reason, and very keen, specific decision making. My day going completely productive, or whatever your first word is. And so making sure that I embody that for this day and each day that I choose this to be my focus. My next word, self-assured. So self-assured, all my solar plexus. I feel confident. I feel stable. I feel resolved. I feel grateful. Yeah, I feel that in my gut. It feels centered, secure, strong, foundational, like oak, like rock, like nature, permeant, but also ever so graceful with movement, healthy boundaries, knowing my worth, knowing my value, making sure my yeses are my yeses and my noes are my noes. Confident, authentic. I know who I am. I communicate who I am. I be who I am, and my words follow me. My words have power when they come from here. My last word, being focused. And you know what's so interesting is I feel focused really down in my second chakra as a means to create. So it's interesting. So I'm going to focus on my creations today. And I'm gonna have bravery to create what I want today. I'm gonna choose to create my day. I'm gonna choose to be grateful to create my day. I'm gonna let go of fear. I'm gonna put aside any sort of doubt, any sort of worry, any sort of confusion, because I'm confident in my knowing and my right to have, my right to overflow, my right to be. So I give myself permission to see all of these things differently. I'm willing to do my part to be productive, to be self-assured, and to be focused so I can continue to deliver on my mission, on my goal, to bring holistic medicine, true holistic medicine, to the world. Big inhale. Now I just embody productivity, self-assurance, focus. Big inhale. Hold. And release. Let go. All right. So we would put that on paper. I, of course, tell you what I would normally write on paper with my 3 words. You can choose to get into that flow or you can create your own flow. There's no rules. So now that we've created Who Am I, I'm also working on a Who Am I journal for you guys, so that'll be fun. So here we go. When we move into our last section, we're going to bring who we just created into our day. So now what we're going to do, data dump anything. We're in the last part of our class. Anything that needs to be said to ourselves needs to be, hello, Nurse Natural, Blessed High Rising. Anything that needs to be put down on paper, any last little bits of thoughts, feelings, tasks. We just want to data dump all of that. If you've never day planned with me, I'll walk you through. First things first, get all the cobwebs, get all the thoughts, all the emotions, everything out. I do recommend you have 2 journals for this class, a treasure journal and a trash journal. The trash journal is for all the trashy thoughts, the negative thoughts, the thoughts you want to throw away that just don't serve you. And then with our treasure journal, that's our scripting journal, we're going to create all of our amazing dreams, our treasures that we're going to hold on to and that we're going to manifest into our world. So how do we do that day to day on the court? We do that through action. We do that through inspired action. We do that through consistent action. And so let's get into some consistent action by putting our tasks in. So first things first, we have to feed ourselves. We have to nourish ourselves. So go ahead and make a task list for you and your health today, making sure your meal prep, meal plan, water is on that, and a little bit of movement that we already completed. So you can already check that off. What you're going to do is now place those tasks just for yourself on your schedule first to get you in the habit of prioritizing yourself for your day. So begin to place all of your tasks for yourself, your meal planning, meal prepping, as well as your breaks in your schedule. This week, our education in the 5th week of Intro to Holistic Medicine is all about meal prepping, meal planning. I did post new content for this week for the class, so do check that out. I will get everything in the course shell shortly. Definitely thank you for your patience with me as we get things out. All right. So now that you've assigned your tasks to your day, first and foremost, we're going to have a couple other buckets. You're going to have a work bucket, a family bucket, maybe a finance bucket, maybe a chores bucket, who knows, whatever your buckets may be, right? Mine are marketing, finance, operations, family, clinical, and marketing. So those are kind of how I bucket my day. And so I place all of my tasks, getting videos out to you under that, or, responding to emails, doing lab orders, etc. So I have all these buckets and I organize things in those buckets. Hello, Wayne, welcome in. And so now after I put myself in my schedule, now I'm going to grab either my work bucket or my home bucket, family bucket, and I'm going to put those tasks in. I'm going to be mindful though, 3 to 5 tasks for the day that I'm really looking to accomplish, so not to overextend. I know, how can you only accomplish 3 to 5 tasks? I find if I just focus on those 3 to 5, I don't get overwhelmed. I don't get feeling anxious or like I can't do it, right? Because remember, we're working on self-assuredness. So as we're doing that, we want to have our buckets, we want to have our tasks, but we also want to give a lot of breath and freedom. And what do I mean? We don't want to book ourselves back to back to back with no breathing room, because that's going to elicit a stress response. We're not going to overcommit ourselves. We're going to learn how to say no. So sometimes our yeses need to be yeses and our nos need to be nos. And so honoring ourselves. So if we find that we are too stretched, or it's not going to work, or we're stressed out, we definitely want to make sure, that we're honoring ourselves in our schedule, in our plan for the day. Hello, it's me, Lee. So making sure that you are honoring yourself in your day, making sure your tasks are evenly distributed. I always like to do a beginning, middle, and end of my day. Naturally, this is the beginning. The middle is my working portion when I'm getting all my tasks accomplished. And then my end of the day is when I'm recapping, clearing up any last tasks that I need to accomplish. It's about to rain. I have a tin roof, so it may get loud. Finishing up, but also doing gratitude. And by finishing up, it's just putting the tasks that I still need to complete, that I need to move. So sometimes you can have a running task list in addition to just your daily tasks. So I'm a big journaler, data dumper, get it off my header, because your brain is actually not meant for storage. It's only meant for short-term decision making. So you will put more pressure on your prefrontal cortex if you store too many things. So we definitely don't want to do that. We don't want to tax our brain, stress our brain, and we also want to leave room for our emotions. So if we find that we are sabotaging ourselves, we're not being consistent, we're not being in integrity with ourselves. Let's say we go, hey, I'm going to attend morning flow every day, but then we find, we're not consistent, or we say, you know what, I'm going to commit myself to journaling, and then we find the journal just sitting there and us not doing it. We know that our thoughts create our emotions, and then our emotions create our actions, habits, and behaviors. So as a response, if we see ourselves sabotaging, breaking down, not following through, we know it's an emotional trigger. We know that there's something that we need to look at within ourselves, whether that is self-love, self-worth, self-acceptance, self-appreciation. It can be any of those things and more, but we want to hold space, hold time to look at that. Just note that we all have 168 hours in a week. That's the same amount of hours that I have, you have, etc. Time is an illusion. It never really comes and goes, meaning the past is already done. The future never comes. All we have is fully in the present moment, what our choices may be, fully in the present. That's why we want to stay fully empowered, fully embodied, not fawning, not breaking down, not getting angry, not shutting down, getting frustrated, quitting, etc., but really optimizing ourselves, body, mind, and spirit, so that even when that resistance comes, because we know it's going to come, that we're resilient enough to be able to take a step back, and we're able to continue to strive more and more and more, and push past where even we thought was humanly possible. So when all the fanfare and all the the external validation goes away, you really only have your internal. It's your internal struggle, your internal hustle, and nobody can either take that away or give it to you. That is something that is born within you. It can be cultivated, it can be supported, it can be encouraged, but it's really ultimately your decision that you make in order to transform your emotional state into phenomenal action and movement. And when you begin to really gain more clarity and understanding and emotional intelligence and resilience, you'll find that your actions get accomplished more effortlessly, more easily, more profoundly. You don't have to. You have more time. You have more space. You're not as hectic, because we're being more intentional with creating our day, not living at the effect of our day. So when you're living at the effect of your day, you're in a victim consciousness. You're in this fight or flight response, right? Rather than when you're in a proactive state, like we're creating with Morning Flow. Now we are fully equipped mentally, emotionally, psychosocially, spiritually for whatever occurs, and we're able to flow through it instead of it completely derailing us and taking us off course. So as we begin to tonify more of that solar plexus, which houses personal power, self-love, self-appreciation, self-acceptance, that helps us to bring into our heart chakra of giving and receiving, making sure we're fully expressing. If we do not fully express ourselves from a place of power, from a place of having space to be able to communicate, we will tend to shut that emotion down, and then the throat is a two-way channel. We're either going to speak powerfully, or we are going to eat to soothe, self-soothe, because a lot of us, that was the safest thing that could be done, was with food. So we'll tend to go for high fat, high sugar, high sodium foods as a means to self-soothe, because many of us were emotionally starved and have not healed our inner child, let alone connecting with our inner child. So we will definitely be talking about mindfulness eating, mindfulness practices, and the association with our thoughts, our emotions, and food all this week. So do check out our content. Today I will do this stress webinar that I was not able to do last week because I was sick. That will be at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. I do have to go to town. It is raining. Again, I'm not living in the hustle, the bustle of the Western world. So we will see with my adventures, but my goal would be 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will be live for there, so turn those notifications on. That will be a lunch and learn for this week. I'll also be doing Holistic Nutrition 101 on Thursday at 12 p.m. for a lunch and learn, and that's my normally scheduled lunch and learn. Intro to Holistic Medicine Week 5 is this week, where we do break down nutrition, so all the content is around nutrition. This afternoon when I come back, I will put everything in the core shell. It's not in there right now. My apologies, the beginning of the work week. So we'll get all of that completed, and I'll have the information to you for tomorrow, plus your discussion. You should be checking your pH levels at this point every single day, and you should be tracking your food to make that association. Also, make sure you're drinking a minimum of half your body weight in ounces in water. And this week, definitely you want to start looking for your heart rate monitor, because we will need that for next week. So we will discuss in class on Wednesday about heart rate monitors, and I'll give you a few options there. Super affordable, 20, 30 bucks, that sort of thing. All right, so we're finishing back out with the rest of our morning flow as we are getting prepared for our day, mentally, emotionally. We're finishing out the beginning of our day. We're about to go into the active part of our day, and then in the evening time, we'll recap all of the tasks we either still need to get accomplished. We'll acknowledge ourselves for those things that need to get accomplished. One of the things I like to do is give myself a dollar amount for each one of these tasks that I completed. So at the end of the day, I have money in my mental bank. So I continue to, reward myself and validate myself with my mental bank. So I may show you that mental bank exercise on another day, because that is a fun exercise. And then naturally, I do a lot of gratitude in the evening as well, being grateful for everything that I've accomplished, all the support that I've received for the day, all the encouragement, all the love, all of the honoring and grace and acknowledgement. And then naturally, I pray for anyone that needs that. Not always, because you have to, there's a relationship with that. You have to, ask, and people have to accept. So there is that. We cannot force ourselves onto others. All right, so I think we are complete, closing out with Morning Flow today. Remember, Morning Flow is a class that I teach Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We start off with movement, about 15 minutes. Then we move into 15 minutes of meditation. We worked on prosperity, we worked on addiction, and we worked on not freaking out and toning our nervous system. We'll be working with this all for the month of March, because there is a direct correlation with our thoughts, our emotions, our nervous system, and our reactions and actions, especially when we're dealing with nourishing ourselves. So we'll get more into that. And then we planned our day from a very proactive space so that we are fully engaged. And that was after we journaled who we are, really reframing and recreating ourselves every single day. Every single day, you get to choose how you show up in the world. So take your power back. There is nothing outside of self that is greater than self. Remember, life exists within self. All this world outside of ourself is just us pushed out, but it's not even living. It's just an expression of our previous manifestation. So go ahead, bring your energy back in. We're going to do one more breath and hold. And just visualize, imagine, picture, and pretend with your logic, your voice, your reason, your very keen and specific decision making. Just imagine this beautiful golden light all wrapped around you, protecting you, enveloping you, honoring you, soothing you, loving you, keeping you whole, keeping you together, keeping you secure, keeping you grounded, keeping you encouraged. Big breath. Very good. All right. That was it, our morning flow. I will see you all around. I'm going to run to town, take care of a few things, and I will be back and teach you our stress webinar that we missed from last week. So looking forward to